We live in an age of unprecedented data creation. Every second, new information is being generated at an astonishing rate. From the moment we wake up and check our smartphones, to the time we spend browsing the internet, watching videos and interacting on social media, we are both consumers and creators of data. Every day, vast amounts of information are generated. This data is stored in massive data centers around the world, which house countless servers working tirelessly to manage and protect this information. This includes everything from social media posts to scientific research. Social media platforms alone generate terabytes of data every minute, while scientific research produces invaluable information that can lead to groundbreaking discoveries. This data explosion presents a challenge. IT professionals are constantly seeking ways to manage and store this ever-growing mountain of data. The sheer volume of information can be overwhelming, and traditional storage methods are struggling to keep up. How do we store this information safely and securely for future generations? Cybersecurity becomes a critical concern as we strive to protect sensitive data from breaches and cyber attacks. Ensuring the integrity and confidentiality of data is paramount. Traditional hard drives, while useful, have limitations in terms of longevity and storage capacity. They are prone to wear and tear, and their storage capacity is finite. As data continues to grow exponentially, we need more advanced solutions. Nature, however, may hold the key to a more sustainable and efficient solution: DNA. DNA, the molecule that carries the genetic instructions for life, has remarkable properties that make it an ideal candidate for data storage. DNA, the blueprint of life, is incredibly efficient at storing information. It can store vast amounts of data in a minuscule space, and its stability over time makes it a promising medium for long-term storage. It has the potential to revolutionize the way we store data. Researchers are exploring innovative techniques to encode digital information into DNA sequences, which could lead to breakthroughs in data storage technology. Imagine a world where libraries full of books could be stored in a space the size of a sugar cube. This is not science fiction, it is a real possibility with DNA data storage. The density and durability of DNA make it an attractive option for future data storage needs. This is the promise of DNA data storage. As we continue to generate more data, the need for innovative storage solutions becomes increasingly urgent. DNA data storage offers a glimpse into a future where our digital information can be preserved efficiently and securely for generations to come. DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid, is the molecule that carries genetic instructions in all living organisms. It is the blueprint of life, containing the instructions needed for an organism to develop, survive, and reproduce. Every cell in an organism has the same DNA, and it is passed down from generation to generation, ensuring the continuity of life. It is a long, double-stranded helix that resembles a twisted ladder. This structure was first discovered by James Watson and Francis Crick in 1953, and it has since become one of the most iconic images in science. The double helix is not just a beautiful structure, it's also incredibly functional, allowing DNA to be copied and passed on with high fidelity. The rungs of this ladder are made up of 4 chemical bases: adenine A, thymine T, guanine G, and cytosine C. These bases pair up in a specific way. Adenine always pairs with thymine, and guanine always pairs with cytosine. This pairing is crucial for the replication of DNA, as it ensures that each new strand is an exact copy of the original. The specific sequence of these bases determines the genetic code, much like the order of letters in a sentence conveys meaning. This code is read by the cell's machinery to produce proteins, which are the building blocks of life. Each gene in the DNA sequence corresponds to a specific protein, and the combination of these proteins determines the characteristics of an organism. The beauty of DNA as a storage medium lies in its simplicity and efficiency. Despite its small size, DNA can store an immense amount of information. Just 1 gram of DNA can hold up to 215 petabytes of data, which is equivalent to 215 million gigabytes. This makes DNA an incredibly dense and efficient storage medium. Using just 4 bases, nature stores the vast amount of information required to build and maintain an organism. This efficiency has inspired scientists to explore the potential of DNA for storing digital data. By encoding digital information into the sequence of DNA bases, it is possible to store vast amounts of data in a very small space. This remarkable capacity has inspired scientists to explore DNA's potential for storing digital data. Researchers are developing methods to encode digital information into DNA and retrieve it with high accuracy. This could revolutionize data storage, providing a solution to the growing demand for storage capacity in the digital age. DNA data storage is still in its early stages, but it holds great promise for the future. Digital data is stored as a series of ones and zeros known as bits. These bits form the foundation of all digital information, from the simplest text files to the most complex video files. Every piece of data we interact with on our computers, smartphones, and other digital devices is ultimately broken down into these binary digits. In DNA data storage, these bits are translated into the 4 base pairs of DNA. DNA, the molecule that carries the genetic instructions for life, consists of 4 chemical bases: adenine, A, thymine, T, guanine, G, and cytosine, C. By mapping binary code to these bases, we can store digital information in a biological format. For example, 00 could represent A, 01 could represent T, 10 could represent G, and 11 could represent C. This encoding scheme allows us to convert any binary data into a sequence of DNA bases. The process is akin to translating a language, where binary code is the source language and DNA bases are the target language. This way, any digital file, whether it's a text document, an image, or a video, can be encoded into a sequence of DNA. Imagine being able to store entire libraries, databases, or even the contents of the internet in a few grams of DNA. The potential for data storage is immense, given that DNA can store vast amounts of information in an incredibly small volume. Once the data is encoded, synthetic DNA strands are created using a DNA synthesizer. This machine assembles the DNA sequence by adding one base at a time, following the encoded instructions. The process is precise and methodical, ensuring that the digital data is accurately represented in the DNA sequence. These strands are then stored in a controlled environment, such as a cool, dry place, to prevent degradation. Proper storage is crucial because DNA, while stable, can degrade over time if exposed to moisture, heat, or other environmental factors. By maintaining optimal storage conditions, we can ensure the longevity and integrity of the stored data, making DNA a viable medium for long-term data storage. The process of encoding digital data into DNA involves several steps. First, the data is converted from its original format, binary code, into a DNA sequence. This conversion follows a specific code that maps each bit or group of bits to a particular DNA base. Next, the DNA sequence is synthesized, meaning that physical strands of DNA are created based on the designed sequence. This synthesis is done using commercially available DNA synthesizers, machines that can assemble short strands of DNA from scratch. Section 5. Decoding the past. Reading data from DNA. Retrieving the stored data from DNA involves sequencing the DNA strands and decoding the sequence back into digital information. DNA sequencing determines the order of the bases in a DNA strand. Once the DNA sequence is obtained, it is decoded using the same code that was used for encoding. This process converts the sequence of bases back into the original binary code, making the data accessible again. Section 6. The longevity of DNA, a biological hard drive. One of the most compelling advantages of DNA data storage is its longevity. DNA is incredibly stable. It can last for thousands of years if stored properly. This is in stark contrast to traditional hard drives, which have a lifespan of only a few years. Imagine accessing information from ancient civilizations preserved in DNA for millennia. This is the potential of DNA data storage for archival purposes. It could revolutionize our understanding of the past. Section 7. Capacity and density shrinking data storage to the nanoscale. DNA is incredibly dense. It can store vast amounts of information in a minuscule space. A single gram of DNA can theoretically hold up to 215 petabytes of data. That's equivalent to billions of gigabytes. To put this into perspective, you could store all the data in the world in a few kilograms of DNA. This high storage density makes DNA data storage an attractive solution for managing the ever-growing amount of data we generate. Section 8. The price of progress. Costs and challenges of DNA data storage. While DNA data storage offers significant advantages, it also presents challenges. Currently, the technology is expensive. Synthesizing and sequencing DNA is a complex and costly process. However, as with any emerging technology, the cost is expected to decrease as research advances and technology improves. Another challenge is the speed of data reading and writing. Currently, the process of encoding and decoding data in DNA is relatively slow compared to traditional hard drives. However, researchers are actively working on developing faster and more efficient methods. Section 9. The future of data storage. A hybrid approach? It's unlikely that DNA data storage will completely replace traditional hard drives in the near future. Instead, a hybrid approach where DNA is used for long-term archival and traditional hard drives are used for frequently accessed data seems more plausible. This approach would leverage the strengths of both technologies, providing a comprehensive solution for data storage needs. Section 10, Current Research and Applications, a glimpse into the future. Research in DNA data storage is rapidly advancing. Scientists have already successfully stored various types of data in DNA. This includes text, images, music, and even a short film. Companies like Microsoft and Twist Bioscience are heavily investing in DNA data storage research and development. The potential applications of DNA data storage are vast. It could revolutionize data centers, archival storage, and even personalized medicine. Section 11. Ethical considerations, privacy and security in the DNA age. As with any new technology, DNA data storage raises ethical considerations. Data security and privacy are paramount concerns. Safeguarding DNA data from unauthorized access and potential misuse is crucial. Furthermore, ethical guidelines and regulations are necessary to ensure the responsible development and deployment of this technology. Section 12. Conclusion. A new era of data storage on the horizon. DNA data storage, while still in its early stages, holds immense promise for the future of data storage. Its longevity, storage capacity, and minimal environmental impact make it an attractive alternative to traditional hard drives, especially for long-term archival purposes. As research progresses and technology improves, we can expect to see DNA data storage playing an increasingly important role in our data-driven world. Section 13, Call to Action, Embracing the Future of Information Technology. The journey into the realm of DNA data storage is a testament to human ingenuity and our quest for innovative solutions. As we continue to explore the vast potential of this technology, it's crucial to foster collaboration, support scientific advancements, and engage in informed discussions about its ethical implications. Together, we can unlock the transformative power of DNA data storage and shape a future where information is preserved for generations to come.